So I dare say there will be a lighter feel around this match for both of these two players. There are some ranking points on offer though, so it's not going to be a case of a complete switch off for either Callum or Karl, and that's before you get into stuff like professional pride and all the rest of it. Two players who, you know, play the game the right way and in the right spirit, but both be disappointed to be out at this stage, but they'd also both like to end their night with a win.
Yeah, Karl Sutton could be thinking, why didn't I have a break like that in the match against Chris Melling? Okay, it's not the greatest of chances because it's slightly awkward in places, but it's a chance you feel like you should get, and didn't get this match against Chris.
I guarantee you will be thinking that.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely know that, yeah. 8-ball does go through the gap in the reds. My first thought was this is really awkward, but actually 8-ball goes through the gap in the reds to bottom left. The left centre gets you on bottom right corner for the yellow above the 8-ball. So it's just about getting yourself not quite straight, but close to straight on that yellow in a couple of shots time. So actually a really, really good chance for Karl Sutton. Visit to the table for Karl Sutton. Never really in doubt once he'd made that first shot.
Well done for Carlos.
I feel like these two are in a race to who can get to the car first and get on the motorway home. Has that sort of feel to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it might inspire them to a little bit of quick play, I wonder. Both will also know that it will very quickly become a situation of bigger fish to fry. We are a couple of weeks out from the very first Ultimate Pool Series of 2025, which will be really the focus for both of these two. The Champions League is often seen as a bonus event, essentially. If you can find some run in it, if you can squeeze your way through, amazing. But if it goes against you, as it has done for both these two tonight, they're not going to lose too much by way of sleep over it.
Extension calls. Red balls in play.
Sort of going down a rabbit hole here.
See a route, but it's not nice. This is red off Christian off yellow, I think.
It doesn't look on though. It just didn't. It looked like the yellow was too close to the cushion to squeeze that one.
Well, you have proved almost immediately correct.
You can play the loss of turn now. Just get the snooker at the same time. Take control of the frame. Always a chance of this happening, this close to the cushion, hitting it with this much power. You've got to try and make something happen there. Not just
Yeah, it's
give it
go
away.
down swinging
Yeah.
stage there, isn't it, for Callum Singleton?
It would make more sense to go to have played left centre there and then use this one to get top left. It's not really completely wide open tables. The shot's a bit trickier than he wanted, being hampered. Part of the reason why I thought he might play for left centre 2 shots ago. Go that way around. Kind of get the sense the juices have kind of gone out of both players, really. They are trying to do the right thing.
Felt that was likely. Yeah, just always felt that was a possibility. That was, you know, in the last match against Chris Melling. It's a different scenario, isn't it? But still very much something to play for in the last match, but not right now. It's a great effort from Callum Singleton there.
One more roll, one more turn. Tricky though. I think Karl has to take on the combo here. You either take it on now or you play the one bottom left then take it on, but what's your other options? How do you play safe? I don't really see it. You could play the loss of turn and only leave a double, but you'd rather go out swinging, wouldn't you?
Oh, it's going to stay up.
That was clever from Karl. He was trying to get pretty close to the 8 ball. I don't think the combo was ever in his thoughts. He nearly made it when he wasn't trying to, but he was trying to get as close to that 8 ball as possible without touching it to make it as awkward as possible. And he's done a good job of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, super tough shot there.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't. It'd be interesting to kind of have the debate amongst the pros. What shot would they play in that situation? I don't think there's a high percentage who play the shot that Karl played. I think most would look at it and just go, do you know what, I'm going to make this combination and win the frame. You know, and the ones that do probably would win the frame, and obviously it becomes, I wouldn't say 50-50, but Karl came up with a clever shot there. He is very good at that sort of thing.
Best on the tour, I think, for that kind of thing. Karl Sutton is a very clever player. Generally tends to play the right shot.
A lot of players are also scared to leave their opponent any sort of shot. You know, so they convince themselves that taking on something low percentage is the right way to go. And yeah, there's an argument for that. But, Karl likes to find those little clever shots, and he's very good at it.
2 frames to them.
His break delivers again. Still won't be lost on Karl. I mean, this is his best layout of the entire night, by some distance as well. Yes, he's got the yellow nearest the right centre pocket. I think he'd be happy enough to play that as a plant. Gets right behind it, he wouldn't miss that. corner, so he was trying to get that one out of the way before the yellow above it. Might have even felt like he had an angle to potentially screw up the line into it to bump it over the centre. It's not quite on it. I think the reason he didn't play on the plant was the red was in the way to get good on it, so he couldn't get to it. He was playing on it again, same shot, and he's exactly the same, just not quite on it.
Just been one of those where, come the end of the evening, Karl will put it down to one of those nights. It's not quite gone for him. That is a lovely recovery. Super finish in the end. He's left himself a tester of an 8-ball. Well, then he'd always back himself to make though. And it flies. 3-0 leads. That's not exactly when Karl wanted to have this sort of match.
Yeah, I was just, while he was going about that finish there, I was just wondering how he would feel about his night's work in terms of, when you actually look at his body of work over the whole night, you know, he's won every frame that he's had a chance in, apart from those two in the opening match against Andrew, where he had the counter opportunities and didn't make the most of them. Won every time he had a chance at the table against Chris, which was 1 out of 5, and obviously he's won this 3-0 up here, so he hasn't really done a huge amount wrong. Yes, we can, you know, he ended up with a draw in the first match and he had the chances to win it, but he would still need help in the final match of the night. You know, he'd still need Chris to not win. So
there's a little smile playing around the lips of Callum Singleton there as he's made a ball and gets a chance at the table, and the leave is well, far from kind.
He was getting good layouts earlier on tonight and not making the most of it, and it's a horrible layout. At 3-0 down and 7.5 minutes to play.
But just the nature of the situation, we are absolutely going to see Callum Singleton have a go at this finish. It's going to be tough.
That was beautiful. Little flick off and makes the ball, and he's on the next one. Genuine chance to get out now, although yellow in the middle of the table still needs to be landed on. It's not a guarantee to get out here, but hardest ball solved. Tricky angle here. He dropped this in the centre pocket, but he's going to be leaving the wrong side on the yellow to top right. He needs to get to the right hand side of the table on the final yellow, and you can't get there. Reds are in the way. He's got a better chance to get there now. That was excellent. This will be an excellent out. It really will be.
Yeah, from when he came to the table, got the sense that he had little to no confidence that he was going to take these out. But lo and behold, he's gone about these beautifully. Contender for finish of the night, this from Callum Singleton. that in the end it'll matter, but something nice to take home with him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he'll be thinking the same as you there.
No. I know for a fact he won't be, but even so, we can all enjoy the fruits of his work there. That was excellent. Really, really high level clearance from Singu.
It's quite rare we have a match like this. Sometimes we have an odd match at the end of the night, you know, where a player's already made their way through, but yeah, we've got two players that have both been eliminated at this stage.
I think it's the exact sequence of matches that requires it, and it is rare.
Yeah, this is a beautiful layout once again. Got to be careful with just the balls around the 8 ball here. Use the one bottom right to get you on the one left centre, or the one at the bottom to get on each other. Fiddly, but you should get them. Wanted to play left centre because the natural gets him onto the one at the bottom. Could have gone either way around, but this way's the more natural way of going.
I'm not going to pop these ones for him, but two very, very lovely finishes from Callum Singleton. Very, very tidy.
We've got 3 minutes left. Golden break will make it interesting. Get to frame 7.
You can see with I think both players playing this with in the right spirit. You know, they're not taking it too seriously. They are enjoying themselves, but they're also playing some great stuff as well. It's close to an exhibition as you'll ever get for two players. Certainly Callum looks like he's enjoying himself. Karl maybe less so, but it's Callum who's just made 2 finishes off the back.
It's just where I think Karl might have been thinking about what he's going to order for food at the services halfway home.
Frame 6, Alexander's break. 23 frames to 2.
Just when it looked like it was all going rosy for Callum Singleton, here comes the dry break.
Be interesting to see what Karl does here with this. This is at 2 minutes 55 on the clock, no finish on here. If you chase a finish and don't get it, there's enough time to be counted. The draw then becomes a major possibility. The right thing to do here is to not take anything on. Now that doesn't mean you don't take a colour set and then play safe, but I don't think we see Karl take a finish on.
Just inside, lost a turn.
Lost a turn.
And one coming right back, I think. Wasn't able to get through to it, just a containing shot.
Yeah, the problem with that is if Callum could have done that, he's going to lead the Reds on, so probably couldn't play it even if he could see it. Karlos has done his calculations and pot the 4 open balls and 15 seconds to play the one over the top left, and you are job done. Match won.
He's also played the last 2 shots absolutely on the very last possible beat. He's good at this. He's Karl Sutton, this whole clock management thing.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't carry on there and keep potting balls, but I suppose he felt he was going to leave 30 seconds, so he plays another containing shot.
Callum's not going to die wondering. There's 2 in 1.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed with that, but he has left himself the perfect angle to actually go into the problem. He would like to have kept the ball on the table.
The old double doink will certainly enable him to try and get things through a little quicker, but not to be. That shot will end this match as a contest, when all attentions will turn momentarily to a Yorkshire derby in the final match of this evening's Champions League group. Chris Melling versus Andrew Patchett. Winner goes through. Shake hands. Karl Sutton gets the job done. Callum Singleton exits with 3 defeats out of 3. Not to be for him tonight, or that man right there, but Karl Sutton ends the evening on a high. Our final and most important match of the night.